do people from the Netherlands live abroad in New York? How do they live and work in the city that never sleeps? That's the question to which this NLCLUB NYC podcast will give you the answers. Here are your hosts, Eric and Mark.
And today, without our big friend Eric, welcome everybody to the next episode of the NLCLUB NYC. Today we have a very, very interesting guest that is here, and it's the one and only Guus Meeuwis. Guus, thank you so much for being here, and thank you. I am so happy that you're here. You are like a star for me when I was really young. I was listening to Het is een Nacht. It was the first time when you came onto my radar. And thank you so much for being here. Can you hear me actually currently, Guus? Is this it's working for you? I see that there's a technical complication here, so let me just go back and see what is going on. So, Guus, thank you so much for being here. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Awesome. So thank you so much for being here at the NLCLUB NYC. Guus, tell me, we live in New York. You have been multiple times in New York. What is it that you like in New York and about New York?
I think it's the vibe in the city is very good, and I'm a Dutch singer. I sing in Dutch, and 6-7 years ago I played in the Royal Albert Hall. Afterwards I play in Paris in the Theater Olympia, and then they said, "What's next?" And I said, "The next stop must be New York." And it's a miracle that we found a place to play, and they let us in, and now we're looking forward to make a very special concert there.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Before we talk about that, I'm super interested, Guus, in your career. You have been a singer for 25 years. I think you not only meant a lot to me, but also to a lot of people from my age, younger, older. How has the 25 years been for you? Because you started small, and then all of a sudden you were on the radar in the Netherlands. Can you explain a little bit, like how was your journey during that 25
Yeah, I was
years?
studying law at university, and I entered a contest with my brother, and we won that contest, and then we immediately stopped with making music, and after 6 months a music manager came up to us and he said, I like your song and I'd like to record it. And we said okay. Then it came out in June 1995, and 5 weeks after that it was #1, and it stayed in the billboards for more than 56 weeks. And we thought we were a one-hit wonder, so we lived like that.
Yeah,
Always thought I have to go back to school, I go back to university and finish my study.
Yeah.
And but that didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
And I played for 5 years with the band, with my student band, and then I went solo. And after 3 years of trying and finding a new way, then finally I found my way, and then it was going up and going up and going up, and it's now for 27 years and still going strong.
27
Even stronger than in the beginning, because I know better what I like and what I can and what I do.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I can see the development over the years. And a lot of people say that it is about finding your voice. Did you also have that? Or were you clear with yourself? Like, I immediately knew what my
No.
identity was. No?
No. And that's why the first 5 years I went with the band, and then they saw us like a group of the guys who won't take very seriously the music and what we were doing, and in a way they were right. But then I had some voice problems, and I had to stop singing for a month, I think 9 months, I guess. And then I realized that this was the thing I wanted to do, the thing I was good at. And then I started all over again with a more serious plan. So and after that we went to theaters, we went to bigger shows, and it's trial and error. You try something, you recognize this is for me, or you don't, or you say it isn't for me. So my English, wow. And then uh, after 27 years, I can say I'm comfortable with what I'm doing now, and I know better what I'm good at and what I like and what I want to say and what I want to bring. And now
And it's
I love it.
amazing because I recognize it over the time, and you got like bigger and bigger and bigger. Um, did you also, I mean, we're going to talk about New York a little bit later, but you went outside of the Netherlands. Can you, tell where outside of the Netherlands people would say, hey, Guus Meeuwis, or that song is actually what we know?
Outside the Netherlands,
Hmm.
only Belgium, I guess,
Yeah,
because
Belgium.
the concert we did in Royal Albert Hall and we did in Paris was mostly a dream, and Dutch people followed us to London and followed us to Paris, and we did all the concert in Dutch,
Hmm.
not an English song in it or a French song in it. So, but in Belgium, but and some of the songs are translated in German, but
Hmm.
I think it's the career and the songs are most popular in my own country, in Holland,
Yeah.
in your country.
Exactly. Yeah. 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 So, yeah, we have a club of Dutchies, and of course, we love to have a home away from home here in the club. And then all of a sudden, we heard that you were supposed to perform in Webster Hall, but that was already 2 years ago. Can you tell what happened? Like, why is it 2 years later?
Yeah, what happened? We all know what happened.
Yeah.
But I was trying to celebrate my 25th anniversary as a recording artist.
Hmm.
So we planned to do New York, and I had one dream, and it was a band T-shirt, a concert T-shirt with London, Paris, New York. So that was the inspiration of it.
Yeah.
And now we uh, we just did some phone calls to New York, and of course we first started in Madison Square, but they don't know who's
Wow.
Meeuwis is.
Wow.
They
Really?
don't
And
want
did
me
you?
there,
Oh,
and
wow.
but then a booker, the agent came with three venues, and we chose the Webster Hall. Yeah, it's a lot of history in Webster Hall, and Elvis performed there, so it was the main reason to go there.
Yeah.
And it's 1,200 people, and so I said, let's give it a go. Let's see what's happened. And we sold it out in a day, I guess, 2 evenings. And
Amazing.
that's a nice way to celebrate your anniversary. But then COVID came. We had to wait and wait and wait and wait. And last, I think in 2021, I thought it's not going to happen anymore. So I'm very happy that now in 2 weeks I'm there with you in New York to play at the Webster Hall.
Awesome. It's amazing. We have Johan from Mierlo actually reaching out on Facebook saying, looking forward to the show next week. And then he corrected himself because, no, no, of course, I mean in 2 weeks because it is 28 and
And
29th of
29th,
October,
yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, and so we also got a lot of questions before this show because a lot of people were like, "Oh, Guus, he's going to be on the stream," and what people also want to know is like, how does that work for you? To because normally you operate in the Netherlands and you do the shows there. How does it like work for you to get everything? Cross Atlantic. How many people do you bring? How does that work?
Whoa.
It's like,
We bring with crew and band and producers management team. I think we bring 30 people,
okay.
and we bring the guitars, but we rent the drum kit.
Yeah.
And our sound engineers contact the sound engineers of Webster Hall, so they put the plan together. And I hope it's enough. And mostly it does, because there are all people who know well to handle that kind of problems. And yeah, the most important thing is that a lot of friends and family are coming with us, and we didn't force them. They did it vrijwillig is dat.
Yeah,
And
voluntary,
yeah,
voluntary. Yeah, exactly.
voluntary, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we're just gonna make a party there with you people and with our own people. And we are starting rehearsal at Tuesday. We bring 12 people band, and we have some surprises, and we're gonna try to link New York to our music, and so we have some surprises in music and some surprises in people. So okay.
It's amazing.
In
It's amazing.
guests.
And you just said talked about Madison Square Garden. I was there recently for another concert, but I felt so special because it was the place where Elvis was performing for many years. And I know you're an Elvis fan, right? You also loved
Yeah, yeah.
Elvis. Yeah.
But that's why I'm happy that Elvis did his first recording in 33 takes of Hound Dog in Webster Hall. So I'm good.
No, super cool, super cool. Yeah, we in the meantime there are even more people. We have in Dutch Monique Allen said, I can be there in New York City at the 28th or 29th. Could it be possible to do another day on the 27th? So I don't know if that is possible. And we also
I don't think
have.
if we do a sound check on 27th, maybe, but I think we do the sound check on 28th.
Okay.
I think 27th is another band playing in Webster Hall.
Okay. So, well, maybe Monique, if you get in touch with us, maybe we can work things out. Guus, about you and your show, because that's what we are really looking forward to. Can you tell a little bit, what does this show? Because you already said like we're gonna bring in some surprises. Is there something that you can tell or reveal a little bit what people can expect from you during the show? Because it's actually also a question we got.
Okay. Now, yeah, of course we do. We just finished a club show in a club tour in Holland, and the set list of the club tour is the main songs for what we are going to do in New York. But we're gonna play a lot of hits, of course, hits for us, evergreens for you, old memories for you, and we try to I'm gonna try to link the history of Webster Hall a little bit to our music, because music is universal, is from everyone, and the song of Ray Charles can be a song of Guus Meeuwis, and a song of, because we all sing of the same subjects, mostly love and happiness, and sometimes a broken love, but I think we can link it together, and I think it's going to be a great mix, and it's going to be a special show, and it's not going to be I don't think we can play this show in Holland. We can do it, but we wouldn't do it because I say it wrong. We're going to play a show we never played in Holland.
Yeah.
But afterwards, maybe we're gonna do that, because I think it's gonna link together very much nice music.
Yeah. So next to the fact that you're doing the show, and that you're gonna perform and do something that you normally don't see in the Netherlands, so that's already like super cool. We're also, of course, interested in, what do you do around the concert? Where do you like to go in New York, where you go like, oh, that's really a place I would recommend, or it's really where I want to be, it's really that gives me the city? Can you give some examples?
I'm coming with 3 kids and my wife, and we are in New York on Tuesday, and the rest of the gang and the band is coming on Thursday. So we have 2-3 days to see the city. Now you have to recommend me something.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely,
That's
definitely.
even better.
That's even better. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing is, we in the Netherlands Club, we are currently trying to work on a list on with all like the recommendations of all the Dutchies that are all been over New York. So we're definitely gonna
Because
uh,
I
yeah,
think it's my fourth, fifth time in New York, and the
yeah.
kids is their third time in New York. We see the big things. I think
Mhm.
we like to see the real New York inside things now.
Yeah, yeah. And my recommendation was, but that was before you said this. What is really nice is Hudson Yards. It's all like new, and Hudson Yards, is famous from this honeybee kind of style. But on in Hudson Yards, above the lookout, there's the Edge restaurant, and you can have dinner there while you overlook New York. But at the same time, you can also have a nice drink, and I think it would be a great place
I don't remember that one.
to Edge. Yeah, but I will. I will
And if someone
definitely send
knows a
you a
good
list.
guitar shop,
A good guitar shop is also important. So if the people in the stream say like, "Oh yeah, I know a good guitar shop," and I think that's a very good question also for us to go and look for you for the guitar shop.
and
Um,
the wish of the kids was to see a game, a sports, basketball or baseball or something. I don't think in that week there is anything going on.
I have a master that works about planning. I think her name's Catherine, and she's also like the director of the club. And I think definitely that we can fix something here for you. And I also get a lot of people now giving tips here, real time. We have Frans Bloem says yes, there is a guitar shop in Bleecker Street, and Frans actually also been 50 years in New York City. So that's a Dutchie where we can learn a lot of things from. So thank you
Yeah.
so much. He knows his way. Yeah, I think he's super enthusiastic also
And
to
it's
yeah.
Halloween, isn't it?
Yeah, Halloween is coming. It's exactly around that time. So there's also going to be a lot of events. So it's going to be super cool. Back to you in the concert because there are not much tickets left. You're doing not one, but you're doing 2 days. So it's like more than I think originally was planned, right? It's like it extended.
It always
So
starts with one, and then if it's gonna be successful, then we do another one. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
What is your wish when is the evening perfect for you in Webster Hall? What do you wish that how it's going to be the evening? How do you see it? Like what
yeah. It
is
sounds like a cliche, but when I after 2.5 hours of playing, and I see that everyone is become one energy,
Mhm.
then I
Yes,
think we're good.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I hope that and that's it's cliche as well, but you hope where you're performing that you can touch them in the heart, that you can make them smile, that you can make the people maybe even uh,
happy,
yeah, happy and yeah. So
really,
you want you sorry, because I have to tell it in English.
yeah, of course, no
You have
worries.
to you want every single emotion to be touched.
Yeah.
Is that the
Yeah.
correct
Yeah,
English? Yes.
definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. I'm very impressed by your English, especially
Yeah.
because no, because normally you don't do this. So it's like it's a lot to do this in front of the camera, and for us that are there more regularly, it's
I
way
always say
more
when
easy.
if my English was good, I was writing in English, but I choose to write Dutch. And
Yeah.
because when I talk English, I have to in my feeling, I have to borrow
Mhm.
sentences from English people or from English writers or from English movies to express what I want. And when I write in Dutch, I can write my own thoughts down.
Yes, and maybe you're super young still, right? So maybe you can still and when we
I
have
am.
when we have in Webster Hall a big success, you can maybe one day we can see something English. We
Now I was
see.
with Frank Lammers in New
Hmm.
York,
Yeah.
and then we were one day in the Power Station studio
Hmm.
where
Hmm.
Springsteen recorded The River.
Wow.
Uh, but I had a cold then, so I couldn't sing or couldn't do anything. And so another wish for me is to record an album in the power station, or at least one song.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I will be back with my
Yeah.
guitar. Yeah.
Exactly, and when you want to become a member of the club because you don't need to be living in New York, then we
Oh.
can actually help you get there, because we have like around 2,000 Dutchies who all have something. Like you have a beautiful gift for your voice and your entertainment, and we have other Dutchies that are great at other things. So you never know, right?
Yeah, bring a voucher so
Exactly.
I can
Yeah.
subscribe.
That's awesome. So I still get reactions here. Guus, you can tell your son your English fine. So that's really nice that Johan puts that in as well. So yeah, that brings us a little bit to the end. I'm really looking forward seeing you in New York, and I think a lot of us with us. Can you maybe? There's one question I forgot. Is there maybe something also new that you're gonna do there? Is there maybe a new song that you're gonna perform?
Yes,
There is.
there
Yeah.
are new songs. Yeah. There's one. I was with Frank Lammers from Undercover.
Yeah.
Who was recognized all the time in America, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he really was. We went to New Jersey, and we to look at the new music scene of New Jersey. That's the Salsa Johnny and Springsteen sound, and that was very. I got lots of inspiration of that trip. So one of the songs he wrote there is coming along, and yeah, maybe we have some other new things coming up.
Super cool. Super cool. He asks, Stop for Stop. Would
Yeah,
that
Stop
be?
for Stop is the new one.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can see the Dutchies
But
here.
we bring some new songs with us as well.
That's really cool. It's really cool. So I need to be respectful to your time because you're a busy man. Thank you so much for making time and effort to talk to us. Thank you for being there. We're definitely mobilize all the Dutchies in New York to come and see you.
Looking forward to see you.
And looking forward to see you as well. And and Johan says, "Niet vergeten Brabant, please." So even Brabant will be in New York.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Awesome.
We play Brabant. We play awesome. Brabant everywhere in the world.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Guus. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again someday here in the podcast, if you're okay with that.
Thank you. Yeah, maybe afterwards. So we can evaluate it.
That would be awesome. Thank you so much, Guus. See you soon.
How do people from the Netherlands live abroad in New York? How do they live and work in the city that never sleeps? That's the question to which this NLCLUB NYC podcast will give you the answers. Here are your hosts, Eric and Mark.